Breaking news this Friday morning. President Trump assigned a new head of the Federal Reserve. How are markets going to react to that? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video, folks, because if you're watching this video, you're a homeowner, home buyer, you could be a realtor, loan officer trying to figure out what in the heck's going to go on with those today and why? So today we're going to talk about President's assignment of a new Fed chair. But let's get over first at the economic calendar. We're going to have some inflationary numbers come out today. But let's just recap the week real quick. We had consumer inflation come out. It didn't shock in all the systems. We had the jobs report come out, and it didn't shock in all the systems. We even had the Federal Reserve come out saying, okay, we're just going to keep rates right where they are. And now this morning we're going to get inflation numbers on the producer side. I'm expecting these to go up a little bit today, so don't be surprised if these tick up just a little bit, and it's because of my January effect. So if you don't really understand what my January effect is, please subscribe over there so some of the lingo I use you can understand. But here's what I'm saying. I'm saying the manufacturers, they got hit with tariffs. Yeah, we agree with that. But they weren't able to pass along those price increases to the consumer until now. They're like, we can't do it last year, the end of the year. It was the holiday season. So they're going to push it through in January and February. And then when people get those refund checks, the bigger refund checks, they're going to spend it. So we're going to absorb those higher costs, and that will uptick these things a little bit. That's my thought. But the biggest thing I want to see is where the market's going today because of this new Fed chair. So the markets aren't doing anything, so that should be good news. Let's see what the stock market's doing over through here. We got that. That's down, but they're saying it's down a little bit less than where it was. So who is this guy that he just put in place of the Fed chair? Well, let's do a quick little briefing on him. I'm not going to dive into him. You're going to get more than enough mainstream media on this stuff, but this looks like a pretty good dude. Okay, so he was in place in the Federal Reserve, not the head chairman. He was during Bernanke and some other instances where we went through some really chaotic times. So the thing behind this is, yeah, he's going to say the Fed is independent. He's going to stand his ground there. He's probably going to lean a little bit the way Trump does because that's who he was appointed from. But what's the outlook?